Hi, my name is Peter Stevens. I'm a certified Scrum trainer, and I'd like to tell you about a new course that I'm working on. I spent most of the month of May of this year interviewing my customers, and here I mean, big customers, people who've been sending people to my courses over and over again for the last couple of years. And I noticed that many of them, even though they've been sending people to my courses for years, they're still having the same problems. They're still frustrated by their organizations. Many of them just don't feel like they're making the progress with Agile and Scrum that they'd hoped to. And so I got really curious about why this was. And I spent a lot of time talking to people, understanding the problem. And well, I'm going to make a long story short. And I discovered that one of the key weak links between starting with Scrum and being successful with Scrum is the stakeholders themselves. And the stakeholders have a huge problem because they're kind of hearing everybody's doing Scrum and their development departments are saying they want to do Scrum, or they go to some sort of service provider like an external software house and they want to do Scrum or Agile, and they're saying, what is this Agile stuff all about? And how come when I go to them and say, I want to know what the product is going to do and how much it's going to cost, they say they can't tell me because, quote, we're Agile. Well, what does all of this mean? And so what I want to do is I want to create a course for stakeholders, that is people who are working with a Scrum or Agile team, but aren't really directly involved in it. I think of it being, well, I'm the captain of the ship, or I'm responsible for this part of the ship, and all that Scrum and Agile stuff, that's like 2 decks below my watch, so why should I care? Well, why should you care is real simple, because if you do care, you'll get better results faster than if you don't. And so that kind of leaves you in the question of, well, okay, what do I really need to know? What do I really need to know? What do I really need to do so that I can do my job well, so that we can create great software, great products quickly and effectively? And so that's what this workshop is about. Now, I've had a couple of problems figuring out this workshop, and this is why I'm asking for help. First of all, the people who I was able to talk to are the Agile teams, and they have a certain perspective on their stakeholders. But I haven't actually talked to real stakeholders themselves. So what I would really like to do is talk to the stakeholders, because right now I think I've got the definition of the course your Agile team would like you to take. But what I really want to find out is, what is the course that you want to take? And oh, by the way, just to kind of clear the air, one of the things I've heard over and over is that as an Agile stakeholder, I don't really have any time for all of this. And so one of the key things that I'm working on is to say, okay, how can we make this whole thing consumable at your convenience in what I call homeopathic doses? So as I say, I've come up with a concept, and what I'd like to do is talk to some real stakeholders to validate the concept, validate that I am creating the right course. And so with this video, I'd like to invite you to contact me to say, yes, I'd like to talk to you about your course. And by the way, my Boy Scouts honor, no sales. We're just going to talk about validating the concept. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much. Please look at the link below. This is my contact form at SAT Network. If you'd like to have a chat with me, just reach out on the contact form, and I will contact you to set up an appointment. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you soon.